Russell Westbrook has been a game changer for the Nuggets this season. He arrived in Denver as the most decorated free agent signing in franchise history. I mean, we're talking about a one-time regular season MVP, a 9-time All-Star, a 9-time All-NBA member, and a player who was selected to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Basically, an all-time player. This is Westbrook's 17th season in the NBA, and he's filled plenty of roles in his long career. That breadth of experience has allowed him to be everything the Nuggets could hope for and more in 2024-2025. What's up, Nuggets fans? My name is Matt Brooks, writer for Nuggets.com, and welcome back to Season 2 of Nuggets Knowledge, where we analyze key players, trends, and games for your Denver Nuggets. Today, we'll be analyzing Russell Westbrook's amazing first year in Denver, where he's putting together the best statistical season he's had in quite some time. We'll be looking at his excellent start to the year from every possible angle. But before we get into that, just a quick heads up, percentiles are going to be mentioned quite a bit in the graphics of this video. The easiest way to think about percentiles is to think of 0 as the worst possible score and then the 100th percentile as the best possible score. All right, let's start with the fun stuff, Russ's passing. Westbrook is one of the best passers in NBA history, full stop. He's won the assist title 3 separate times in his career, and he's 9th on the all-time assist leaderboard, just behind Oscar Robertson. Boasting 2 all-time passers with Russ and Nikola Jokic, who consistently create easy shots for others, has done amazing things for Denver's offense. To me, that's the biggest reason why the Nuggets have been so good on that end of the floor to start the year. Westbrook's got every pass in his bag, perfectly placed lobs to Denver's bigs like DeAndre Jordan. Playing as a big man with Russ looks so fun, so many easy looks. He consistently ignites Denver's transition offense with his ability to push off rebounds, which we'll get to. And then from there, he can find guys like Christian Brown who like to get out and run ahead of the pack. He and Michael Porter have had great chemistry this season on inbound passes. Russ has really amplified just how good of a cutter MPJ has been this year. He's given Denver so much in the ball handling department, diming up not just bigs, but even some of their more wing-sized players like Peyton Watson when the team runs more unconventional versions of the pick and roll. He's such a fast and forceful driver that he can get downhill, draw a crowd, and then find the open man in the corner. Westbrook's all-time floor general skills have allowed Jamal Murray to play off-ball more and showcase his three-point shooting talent. And Murray is shooting significantly better on three-point attempts when he shares the floor with Russ compared to when he's off it. That's been really nice for Denver. It allows Murray to get a rest from the demands of handling the ball so much. Murray isn't the only player who's shooting better from distance with Westbrook on the floor. Porter Jr. is shooting a ridiculous percentage on three-pointers next to the 17-year veteran. However, there's no player who's benefited more from Westbrook's presence than Jokic, who's turning in the best scoring season of his career by quite a bit, and Westbrook plays a big role in that. Jokic's scoring rises a ton with Westbrook on the floor, as does his efficiency. Fellow center DeAndre Jordan similarly sees a rise in scoring and shooting efficiency with Russ, because Russ just makes it so easy for centers in the pick and roll with accurate passes in the pocket. He'll catch defenses by surprise with how early he's able to make his pocket passes. And he'll make those passes right at shoulder level so Nikola can seamlessly take floaters, one of the best shots in his arsenal. Russ is also extremely proficient at making entry passes over the top of the defense to Jokic when he has great positioning down low. The Nuggets have the best offense in the league when Westbrook and Jokic are on the floor together, and they're winning those minutes by a ridiculous margin. A career-high percentage of Nikola's shots are getting assisted on, and again, that's because of all the easy looks that Westbrook can generate. Look at this pass right into Nikola's left hand when he backdoors his man. Usually it's Jokic who's setting up the offense, so it's nice to see him as the receiver and play finisher. Of course, this is a two-way street because Westbrook is turning in his most efficient season as a scorer since 2016-2017 when he won NBA MVP. And a lot of that, similarly, comes from playing next to an all-time passer in Jokic. A career-high number of Russ's made field goals are assisted this season, and he's shooting a career-best number from two-point range. That two-point shooting percentage only rises when he shares the floor with Jokic. Their give-and-go play has become a staple of Denver's offense this season. When Russ gets a center switched on to him here, he cuts right to the rim for the perfect pass from Jokic. And Jokic has really highlighted just how good of a cutter Westbrook is. Here he fakes like he's coming off this handoff from Jokic only to backdoor his man and get to the rim. Great read. Sometimes Denver will really switch things up and have Russ screen for Nikola in inverted pick and rolls to get him shots up close after rolling. Westbrook deserves a ton of credit for how he's embraced his role as a cutter within this offense. That's something he's improved a lot over the last couple of years of his career. Here, getting a dunk while cutting out of this Nuggets horns play. Yeah, his hops are still very much there. The Nuggets are getting efficient offense on plays that feature a cut from Russ. Cutting obviously gives him opportunities to score, but cuts to the rim can also highlight his passing. This cut from the three-point line connects the dots from Jokic posting up to Aaron Gordon under the rim. He doesn't even touch the ball on this cut to the basket, but it pulls in the defense away from Christian Braun, who hits the open three. One of the biggest areas of improvement from Westbrook, just even from the beginning of the season until now, is his finishing at the rim. He's shooting the highest percentage of his career within 4 feet of the basket. It gets even crazier when you look at his recent stretch of games, where he's finishing like a center at the rim. He's got every finish you need when scoring up close. He'll go reverse if he needs to. Here he uses his inside hand to scoop it by Austin Reeves. This one is a lefty layup with his non-dominant hand high off the glass. On this play, he cradles the ball like a running back to get by his man. And he's such an entertaining player and a generational athlete. This one's got some real razzle-dazzle to it. He's also incredibly strong as a point guard. He easily moves rookie Ryan Dunn out of the way here. If he ends up with a smaller player on him, he'll just post him up. That's a big part of Denver's offense, being able to post up mismatches, and his size and strength really help him there. Westbrook's been really good on drives to the rim. In fact, he's posting his best field goal percentage on drives since the 2019-2020 season when he made the All-NBA team with Houston. Nearly a fourth of Westbrook's points have come from drives to the rim, so it's a big part of his offense. If he gets a matchup he likes, he'll use his quick burst and first step to blow by the defender on a drive to the rim. As a reminder, he's 36 years old, but he's still one of the best athletes in the NBA. That's a testament to just how much he works on his body and his conditioning. Driving to the basket so often has given Russ tons of free throw opportunities. And he's one of the main reasons Denver has gone from 29th last season in free throw attempts to second best in the NBA this season. Another area where Russ has really helped Denver's offense is in transition. The Nuggets went from 17th in the NBA in fast break points last season to first place this season with Russ's arrival. Russ has long been known for his abilities as a transition player. He can scoop up rebounds and push the pace himself to score. Or he can just flash those passing skills and create easy buckets for teammates. Real quick, before we move on to the other side of the ball, I'd like to touch on his shooting. Russ has quietly been a really good shooter from the corners. It's been that way for a few years now. He's an above average shooter from the left corner, and from the right corner, he's one of the best shooters in the NBA. Corner threes are an incredibly important part of Denver's offense. They're what defenses tend to give up when they double team Jokic, which happens a lot. So it's great to see that Westbrook has made this development to his game later in his career. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the other side of the ball, where Russ has been one of Denver's best perimeter defenders and one of their best defenders overall. He plays with so much heart and energy on that side of the floor, and it's given Denver a ton of life. That's incredibly important in such a long regular season. Westbrook gets a ton of steals, a ton. In fact, he's a league leader in that category, with a steal percentage that's at the top of the leaderboard at his position. Russ is uniquely good at picking guys off from behind. I notice it all the time. He's got such quick hands and such good hand-eye coordination that he can pull this off without fouling. You can tell he revels in picking up guys who aren't great ball handlers. Those almost always feel like automatic steals. He's really good at picking off guys from the blind side when they aren't looking, like he does here against Jason Tatum. That's where his veteran experience comes in. There's a real art to doing this without getting burned defensively. Here, dislodging Svi Mikhailuk's dribble turns this possession into a desperate heave at the end of the clock. And here, he pokes the ball out from behind against Anthony Edwards. Vet move. Westbrook is Denver's second best pick and roll defender, behind only Peyton Watson. And he's their best isolation defender, giving up a rate of points that's truly elite. Trying to score on Russ one-on-one is not advised by this show, but hey, by all means. Head coach Michael Malone trusts Westbrook so much that he'll even put him on centers. He really got into 7'3" Victor Wembanyama's body and bothered him when the Nuggets played the Spurs. Whenever Wemby swung through on his face-ups, Russ was quick to pounce. He's very good at guarding above his position against larger players when they try to post him up. His lightning-quick hands, as usual, really help him guard in the post. You may have noticed that Russ blocks a lot of shots. You'd be right. He's got an elite block percentage at his position. Gotta love that flex to the bench after this one. Westbrook's unreal speed and athleticism allow him to fly out of nowhere for highlight rejections. And his hand-eye coordination allows him to do so without fouling. These blocks really ignite Denver's transition offense, and they can shift the momentum in games. Seriously, nothing energizes a team more than a highlight block from your 17-year veteran. Maybe the most important part of Westbrook's defensive skill set is his rebounding. He could very well finish his career as the best rebounder at the guard position in NBA history. Westbrook does his dirty work, boxing out guys like Kevon Looney if needed to secure the ball. And his bounciness helps him grab those rebounds way up top. That helps Denver finish plays on defense. He has no problem grabbing boards in a crowd. He's one of the NBA's best contested rebounders at his position, but he's even better as an offensive rebounder. He leads all point guards, all of them in offensive rebounding rate at 36 years old. It's where we really see his hops shine on thunderous putback dunks. Westbrook never quits. He's got one of the best motors in NBA history for 17 years and counting. This has been a terrific NBA season, full of great stories and engaging narratives, but Russell Westbrook's start in Denver might be at the very top. Westbrook arrived in Denver looking for a new home, and he's been everything the franchise could ask for and more. The 17-year veteran has added new dynamics to Denver's offense. He's the most versatile defender they have, and he remains an all-time rebounder. Playing next to Jokic has helped Russ turn in his most efficient scoring season since he was an MVP, and in turn, he's brought about the best scoring season of Nikola's career. Westbrook has really bought into the role he's in, handling the ball when needed, pushing the pace in transition, and excelling as a cutter. The way he fills the gaps offensively is just remarkable. But most of all, it's his energy, his heart, that continuously re-energizes this Nuggets franchise. Being a contender year after year is hard.
But a player like Westbrook, who plays every possession like it's his last, even 17 years into his career, is exactly the type of edge this team has needed.
We'll never see another player like Russell Westbrook, an all-time great, and the Nuggets are fortunate to have him on their team. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Nuggets Knowledge. Be sure to subscribe to Nuggets YouTube to stay updated for the next one. Again, my name is Matt Brooks, and I'll see you guys for the next one.